Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Please don't mind my throat. I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm feeling a little bit better and I wanted to do this thing here. And tonight we are going to channel divine lovers energies, the masculine and the feminine, and how they resonate with one another. So welcome everybody with each other. Both of you are trying to leave it behind, to forget about this thing here. It's funny. You either feel like you have something better to do, something better going on. It's funny. But this here is shared energy. I need to take those cards back, but this better here is speaking to me in different ways. Help me. What's going on? This is the type of cards that get through me, so I'll leave it aside. Somebody's definitely helpless here. And it's funny, I would speak for the feminine energy. I don't feel like I need help. So it may be him, and that energy of both of you actually being jealous at this point here. I got some. I gotta take them back, but some of you know that your person is seeing somebody else. The idea of wanting to spend time together. And this card, like, why? Believe me, there's like an element of like, I don't know if it's mystery or things being unsaid, things not being understood, and it keeps coming back to, but I need to take those cards back. What's going on? They're jumping today. Both of you are in the energy of hope. It's funny, because I can feel hope and at the same time the energy of wanting to leave this thing behind or forgetting it. It is weird, but I'll go on. I got it. Do you see that? It's like, believe me, you guys are conflicted mentally. You literally like fluctuate between two energies, the one of hope, one of hopelessness. One of hope, the other one wants to let go, like the other part of you. Somebody wants this, but somebody wants better at the same time. Somebody feels like now is the time, somebody feels at the same time that it's too late. Believe me, it's like an inner fight at this point here. And this card, it's not really like being jealous today. It's the fact that these karmic energies, they're like intolerable now. You're fed up with that energy. You don't even mind the karmic, but you're like, you know what? If you want to be with that person, just be with them, is what I'm feeling here. You're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out, is what's going on. This here is both your energy. So when it says you are the light, it's a little bit like you have the answers inside of you. You have what it takes inside of you. But let me go on. Somebody, one of you feel like they will never see the other person again. And the other one does not even know what's going on. That's the message, people. This here's a reading of duality. One of you feeling like they messed up, that they should have treated you better. One of you wanting forgiveness, that there is a steady energy. And I can feel here like the feminine energy actually being depressed over, even like for some of you making the decision that you will never see your DM again. It's exactly what's going on here. Is like in some form it's hurting you, which is why this card help me is here. I wouldn't be surprised if like some DFs listening to me are going through some things too, you know, either physically or whatever it is, you know. And he feels the same way too. He can feel that energy too. But I can feel that dark night of the soul literally onto the feminine energy as she decides that she does not want to be with the masculine anymore for some of you. But it's like she's shared. Yeah, some of you really want to move on. Some of you really, really want to try to move on. And I can feel the feminine energy here. Believe me, your DM is helpless about that energy that you're putting on to him. Let me go on. The feminine energy is like 2 steps away from letting go of the masculine. It's funny. There's like a fracture, a rupture, you know, coming. And if you're part of my community, you should be able to feel that too. This here is a little bit like in need of a tilting point or like something to happen. And you know, to this card letting go, I can feel it. A lot of you listening to me are resonating with my energy or surrendering to this thing here. Is what's going on. You live your life, you know, with this whole thing, and it's not even a problem anymore. It's become part of it, you know. Oh, I gotta take them back. I swear to you, some of you are even thinking like, do I want somebody? Do I really want this thing after all? Should I let go of the whole aspect of like mating, or for some of you, even the concept of family? Is what's going on here. Like, but this here is greater than that, people. I'll tell you, is that idea of alignment that I told you about earlier, like surrendering to things. It's like some of you don't even question this thing anymore. The ones who wanted like a family, some of you will find it in you to just chill about that, to let go of it. The ones who were worried, you know, about this love of this twin flame thing, you're going to find yourself just surrendering to the whole thing. Like, I don't even care anymore whether we are in union, whether he comes back or not, is what I can feel here, and he can feel it too. The stuff that I'm channeling, you know. Like now you're nourishing your own self, divine feminine. Some of you are managing to do just that, you know. It's like, yeah, it'd be great to have somebody with me. But, you know, even if I had to do this on my own somehow, I'll be good enough to myself, you know, is what I can see here. There's a very strong feminine presence in here. To that union card, what's going on? Yeah, there he appears. It's like when I wanted to say this a little bit is the union between the feminine and herself, and he's like, but no, I'm here too. stupid. I swear he's stupid. He doesn't want to be left out of your plans is what's going on here. I can see it because some of you manage to be just fine without the masculine energy. And there he is, to the point where he's like, I messed up. I should have treated you better. I will try. And you can go back to my readings. These cards here together, that's when I know for sure the masculine energy is around. It's always the same thing. And I got cards. I will sneeze. That's the truth. I'm sorry. It's the truth, people. I got cards here of all kinds, you know. It's the truth. He always comes back to the same message. He says, never, children, I don't know, you know, the past, whatsoever, the truth, work, it never shows up. It's worth it. It doesn't often show up. I don't know, twin flame, not often. Anyways, I gotta add some to these, you know. But let me tell you, these cards here, not this one, but these here, just pay attention to my readings. I messed up. I should have treated you better. Please forgive me. That's the masculine energy. Helpless. Believe me. This card is for me and I cannot make sense of it for the moment. I don't know if it's spirit saying to me, dance again or listen to music again, because I don't have musical inspiration for the moment. So bear with me. I have to put it aside because it keeps coming up. You can feel the energy of you not surrendering to this thing here, not caring about this thing here anymore, living your life, and you know, whatever happens, happens, you know. Ah, that song from Michael Jackson when he says, you know, whatever happens. Maybe he says, don't let go of my hand, or I don't remember the title. Whatever happens, I think. Tana. I'm so sorry, people. And this is a live session too. Like, you know, I even took a tablet for my cold. It's not what it is here. It's this moment. My Lord. Thank you very much, divinely aligned for. I'm trying not to chat with you at the same time. But this is this moment here that's messing with me. Because if I sneeze once, I know what's going on. But all of these times in a row, like the truth is in front of me. Your DM is saying to you, whatever happens, don't let go of my hand. Which is why when you reach union, within yourself, he's right here to say, like, you know, I'm present, I'm right here, I believe him. Some of you have surrendered to this process where you like, you know what? Thank the Lord Almighty, I got myself. And your person, he can feel the energy. In a strong way, people, the way I be sneezing, you know, it's crazy. This card enlightenment for the moment, it always sends me back like somebody answering a question. So I wonder who it is here, but let's go on. It's the answer of a prayer, which is why your girl is sneezing like that. This here is crazy, people. It's the answer of a prayer. And somebody needing to know that nothing has gone wrong with the masculine energy. That there's still feelings here. So I don't know what's going on. That there's still love here, that real type of love. What's going on? And you know, this community to this card, like soul family here. Whew, people in the chat room, people in on my chat resonating with my energy. This prayer being answered here is for you too. And I hope that you have heard me. And this card here, I gotta go for what I'm channeling. It sends me back always for the moment as to, you know, when it's going to get warm again. Please, you know, be mindful of the fact that I live in the northern hemisphere before it gets warm again. This prayer here being answered in the form of a divine masculine. And I hope you heard me. I need one last card and that's it. The card Joy. A prayer being answered in the form of a divine masculine. Believe me, you're not even going to expect it because of the energies that I talked about underneath. You're surrendered a little bit, like, you know, I'm finding this joy here to myself, by myself. Well, he's coming to top it off, you know, with some more, and I hope you heard me. And this here is spirit saying to me, like, really look at this thing here. I don't know what's going on, but we'll get more clues together. I hope you're following. Didn't I tell you about this fracture here, or like this rupture? Is funny. It's funny. But I could see it also, and it goes with the card alignment here. Believe me. Yeah. No. Here. I can see that idea. Something has changed, but it's not even a change. It's like, believe me, some of you are ready to leave this thing behind. It's not that it doesn't matter to you anymore. It's not that it's not important to you anymore. It's just what it is. You're surrendering. And I can definitely see it here. Yeah. For you, this like Two of Cups, believe me, which is why, you know, your girl is a true one. I've been looking for that card, Divine Feminine. You see, all I had to pull, she's not here. I'll tell you why. You're not even worried about that anymore. And how I know it, for the ones who are really advanced, you don't even need to see that card here to know. You don't even need that Two of Cups anymore. Some of you understand by now that like love is beyond just like, you know, being intimate with the person is a lot deeper than that. And some of you have surrendered to that very concept here, and I hope that you're following. This here is crazy, people, because you would figure the 2 to the 6, 8 of cups, yeah. You like, that nostalgia or like whatever it is, like I'll tell you what it is here. Usually when you see couples and things like that, it sends you places. Usually when you think of your divine masculine, you wish he was by your side. It's a little bit, of these things, or the way we see love. This here is done for some of you, and I'm not saying the bad way. But you don't mind, not having these type of energies in your life anymore. And it doesn't even make you like emotional anymore, if you know what I mean. There's a change here. Divinely aligned 4444. I'm acknowledging you. But I'm trying to send this reading, for my channel, and it's just like sharing with you. And thank you very much for the super chat. I want to share this with you, but at the same time, I'm channeling. Do not worry, we all get to chat, after I'm done. But thank you very much for the super chat. I'm right here with you, and I'm definitely acknowledging you. I just couldn't see it. Let me tell you what it is. It's the feminine energy that took so long, basically just to like heal herself, just even to be able to let go of this thing here, to be able to remove herself from this situation here. It took a long time. I'm laughing because of you, divinely aligned, You're really like sweet with your little figures and everything, and it's really catching my attention. Yeah, of course you deserve companionship, my love. How, like, those things you cannot say to me, because I leave everything just to be with you. It took a long time to heal. So some of you are not willing to let that go. You're like, you know what? If this kind of energies here are exactly the reason why I was where I was, and I find myself feeling better from this pain here, let me just, something has changed, but it's even greater than that. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. For some of you, it's literally like you can foresee what's going to happen if you stay in those energies a little bit. Like, I know that I'll be heartbroken in the future, and I know for sure this guy is not ready for me, so let me let go of him, is what I can see here. Some of you know for sure the outcome of this thing here that you have in front of you, which is why you're letting go. You're aligning to the program, and you're like surrendering by just like, quite frankly, this here feels like the first real separation from your DM. And I hope that you heard me. So speaking of the DM, some of you are not touching this thing here. You see the hurt, you see like the wellness in some form, you see the time being spent, you see the future, you see the heartbreak, and you knowing better. Some of you, is exactly the reason why you're staying away, is because you know better. And that's moving something. Yeah. This here is an exchange of energy. It's literally like you coming out of a strong dark night of the soul, Well, I'm telling you, somebody's going to enter one. You say you're 33? Yeah, I got it now. It's an exchange of energies. Is crazy. Yeah, that idea, I knew it here. Please excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, some of you are a bit like, not a bit, you've changed around like this whole being together or nostalgia or always holding you close to my heart, putting an end to that. That same energy is literally like being recycled here. So I need this one last card. And it's attached to the dark night of the soul. It's a little bit like you get the energy from the DF, you get the dark night of the soul too, and I'm not laughing. You see that to that justice card, you better believe me. That's the balance. That's that nothing has gone wrong. There's an exchange of energy here, and it's very real. And to me, it's the feminine energy, like really separating itself from the masculine. I can literally see it here, people. And I hope you heard me. And that's the truth. And it's funny, there's like blessing or whatsoever in that, and I see it, and I'll tell you why. It's because you have aligned to the divine plan. It's working out for you. But it's somebody here is not I don't know how to explain this. There's another part to this story here. Yeah. Yeah, definitely like putting some distance between you and your DM. That's what's going to get this guy ready for you. But I can see it, some of you being able to live life, without your DM. That's the change, or it's more than a change. Yeah, people. Remember the energy I talked about that's being recycled? Do you see who it's sticking to? And believe me, people, it's attached to the dark night of the soul, and there is karma in it, there is balance in it. That's all. Yeah, you're going to. This here is a feminine reading in some form, but the masculine is here too, as you can see, because believe me, there's something that's happening with the energies. It's literally like a magnetic shift or whatever it is. It's like a little bit, better by now, DF. The way you used to love and approach love, it has changed to you because now you've grown because of the heartbreak. And I'm saying to you, new love, whether it's from your DM or with somebody else, is something, you're like, I don't know. Because you're in a little bit in that runner's energy nowadays. It's like, what new form of love or what new love, I don't know if I'm up for that. I'm fine by myself for the moment. That's what I'm seeing here, is because you are in the runner's energy or something close to it, by now, feminines. And that's what's going on, like right now, people. This here's my cards for the here and now. That's what's going on. Whew, I rest my case. That's what's going on, people. The feminine is in union with herself, which is why she's not even appearing here. What's going on? You can see it for yourself, you know. I'll interact with the chat. Divinely aligned. After this, I'm going to read for you because you're catching my attention. And check this out, girl. If this here is not being divinely aligned, I don't know what is. This here's the here and now and the union card. And Vega Grims, you're very right. I decided to let go and stay alone and let Allah take control. I feel so much peace now. I feel you on that one too. But yeah, to stay in my reading, I'm telling you, the feminine in some form. And if you have not, just keep pushing forward, you know, because believe me, that's where the true blessing lies. You know, by now you should be in union with yourself. That's what's going on, people. And it's the second time around in this reading that I get that feeling, you know. You know, that exchange of energy. I'm so sorry, people. You gotta just see this for yourself. Believe me, that exchange of energy that I keep talking about here is doing something else. And I'm not laughing it off, you know. To be honest with you, I don't even care. But you remember these karmic situations? You remember the certain karmic for some of you? Guess what energy is attached to her? I'm telling you, this energy here, it comes with the dark night of the soul attached to it. That's where the balance is like really restored, you know? The strength of the things that you have experienced along the way. It went somewhere, people, and it's coming back. I'm not saying with the vengeance here, but it's coming back in the most natural way possible. And I hope you're following. Believe me, people, somebody has surrendered here, as is the Seven of Wands in reversed. Letting go, being aligned, surrendering, you know, to the divine is what's going on here. And you have self-love, if nothing else. Believe me, people, some of you are done sending this energy here, this lovey energy. I miss you, I want you. It's done. You compacted this thing here, and now it's inside of you, if you know what I mean. Something is happening with the feminine energy. And it's not only you who can feel it, it's actually both of you. And I can see this tilt or like that. Don't know. One more. Something's happening here. This energy, it affects both of you. And not just the both of you. Because I can see it onto the karmic and it's other people involved. I know it to these cards here. Is other people involved too. So you know this here, there's karma in this reading. I can see it here. Is affecting both of you and anybody who thought they could be involved in your little mix here, whether it be like a karmic group or like an actual karmic. It doesn't matter. It's like the same, what you call it, but like receipts. as the divine masculine, and I hope that you have heard me. That's what they say, you know. Be careful, like what you do, whatsoever, because things, they might come back to you. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. But this here is like in a balanced way, people, and I hope you heard me. Yeah, something has changed. I need like one last here. You know how to control your feelings by now. Believe me, to the point where they don't even need to be expressed nor experienced, people. I don't know what it is, but to those 10 of swords is a little bit like that energy needed to, you needed to have that, you know, for this blessing here to come, that there is a little bit like that form of union with yourself and your DM. He's feeling that these type of energies here, they impact your counterpart and anybody involved in your mix, you know, and I hope that you heard me. Let me go on. That choice, yeah, to disconnect from this thing here. Some of you don't even mind if you're like by yourself, like, you know. This here is crazy. Somebody really saying to me, I don't mind if I'm like by myself. I know who I am. I know what I got. I can do this thing called life literally all by myself and I will be just fine, is what I'm seeing here. It's funny, you know, spirit is catching us like we're, when we think we are sleeping or when we are actually sleeping. Spirit is saying to me, this type of thinking by itself is madness. Wanting to make this choice by yourself, to be by yourself, is literal mad. Hope you heard me. Which is why that runner's energy is here. It's funny, things are balancing themselves out, but at the same time, I'm feeling like the feminine is like a little bit too strong for her own good, you know, is what I can see here. She's totally fed. That energy changed into something else, yeah. The fact that she does not want to give her love anymore, yeah. I can live without a family whatsoever. I don't even care anymore. Yeah. I'm not investing in those things anymore. But the beauty of how I read cards is that when they all come in reverse or in one direction, I can flip them. It's like keep working on yourself and keep believing in that dream, you know, of one day being in love with somebody. That somebody would actually want you at a time where you are like disillusioned, you know, and you don't even want to invest in it anymore. And I hope that you have heard me. Vega Grims, you have missed the beginning of the reading, but I said that some of us are not even touching this thing here anymore because we're like, nah, I know how it is going to go. Just like you said, you know, if he would come before that, it will just end up in another separation. Like, you know, I already know what's going on. I'm just chilling, is what I'm seeing. It's a little bit of an illusion at the same time, you know, but if it is working for you for the moment, at least it's like bringing you literally closer to union with yourself. Just be mindful of that energy because somehow it's like also like a runner's energy. And it's going somewhere, that energy, I keep telling you, yeah. That dark night of, of the soul in reverse. Believe me, people, to the concept of what goes around comes around. Yeah. It's a little bit like who's getting the attention now. Somebody's missing your attention. Somebody's feeling left out by you. I need to clarify this too. I got it. It's because you see no future with this thing here. It's really funny, you know. To me, I don't know what it is. I'm reading these cards with like something close to my energy. Sure, sometimes I feel discouraged here, but the only thing I don't like this here is somebody who's really into that energy. And you got to be mindful of that, because if you keep running away, you know, these feelings here, they're not going to change. They're actually going to intensify, meaning you think is helping you right now, but you would end up with like, nah, there's no future. Life's not worth living. You know, life's and then you die type of thing, you know, literally to those two Ten of Swords. One more. Yeah, that energy is going somewhere, you know, and believe me, you just like try not to transport it for much longer. If it's helped you or helping you right now, fine. But at a certain point in time, you're going to have to stop. Sorry, either feeling defeated or sorry for yourself, or feeling like, you know, life is not worth living. You know, yeah. Because, you know, pessimists, you know, don't usually end up well for the ones who know. They don't. It just serves them like for the meantime, but eventually you have to let it go, otherwise it's going to pull you down in the darkness. Is exactly what I'm feeling. You know, these two Ten of Swords here, feminine, don't like cut it off and still feel betrayed. Let it go and be in that full energy where you just start everything new and you're not taking this negativity here with you. And I hope that you heard me. Let me go on. The feminine energy is fine by herself. She's reached that Nine of Cups energy and she's like, well, if you're not with me, I'm going to love on myself. And it's funny because that Valentine thing there is coming, which I don't really like, you know, because you would understand what it's doing to people like us, you know. But I feel like, believe me, people, some of you will have no problem spending it by yourself this year, because you're going to push this love onto you. For the ones who care for that day, you know, I'm a little bit like cautious of it, like careful with it, because it can really send you down if you acknowledge it, you know. But some of you are going to be like, yeah, I don't mind spending it by myself this year, because at the end of it, I got myself, you know. I must admit that it's funny, right? It's a little bit of a contradiction within me, but I'm a little bit of a pessimist myself, but it's a little bit different. I am actually a realist, and I know how to do tarot and connect to spirits, you know, so you would understand the dilemma of my life, you know. Positive movement forward. Speaking of pessimism, you know, this thing served you for the time that it did, you know, but aligning is not necessarily like feeling defeated, people. And that's all I'll say. Eventually, you're going to have to go back to a positive thinking, you know, yeah. instead of feeling this emotional loss here. It's funny. My question is like, where is the masculine energy here? Because this here is about that union with yourself. To understand that this journey or these things here, even if you cannot see it, you know, they are a blessing. And that's how I choose to leave it at today. They're a blessing, this experience, you know, but you cannot see that because you're more worried, you know, about how you feel and what you're losing. Yeah, that cycle definitely closing. Let me tell you what this here is. For the ones who really want to do this thing, really want to get like a true message from the universe, people, do you see that? To positive movement forward, just understand that there is a blessing in emotional loss. And don't ask me, T, to explain this to you. This here is the type of message that the universe is sending you. There is a blessing even in emotional loss, is exactly what I'm seeing here. And I hope that you heard me. Yeah, to that crown chakra. Those are the true facts, you know, the ones that I can't even make sense of because, you know, I'm still on my journey. Like, really? The universe is saying to me, yeah, really. Don't you worry about it. Those are like higher energies to send the message. There is also blessing in emotional loss. That divine energy is present here. You would guess crown energy. That's Ace of Wands and the universe, you know. This here is funny. Go on. What's going on? Do you remember how I sneezed, you know, earlier? I told you there was something like about this moment, you know. I have to go back to the beginning of this video because that energy, I can feel it and I can see it here. That godly energy. I need one more card. Yeah, I knew it. Okay. This year I know what's going on already. Saying, you know, it's speaking about you. Just check your throat chakra and figure out if you don't see yourself in this. Sure, I do, you know. Let me tell you something. I can see it here. Some of you, which is why that idea of balance is here. Some of you have tapped into the energy, that power, you know, that you had to have in you, that was supposed to lead you on to this union here. But believe me, it needs to be balanced, you know. Otherwise, you know, you're going to end up like, let me tell you what it is, destroying yourself a little bit, trying to make sense as to why you cannot be with your DM, either rejecting that energy, walking away from it. And I'm telling you, even letting go is something that you have to do in alignment. If you let go one day, if you feel like literally stronger the next day, recalibrate this thing. Maybe you don't need to be so bitter anymore. Maybe you don't need to feel so hurt anymore. Is exactly what I'm here, people. It's about balancing your strength at this point here. And then you can see that love begins. It sends me back to the stuff that I told you. Some of you, the whole way you experience love for yourself and for others has changed. I can see it here. It didn't happen overnight, but like slowly, yeah, something is different here. And I hope you heard me. It's the way you love yourself and you love others. Period, you know. It's, you know, that the universe is really not playing with you when it says, you know, there is blessing even in emotional loss, you know. Just figure out where you were when this thing began and where you are now. How much, you know, like what kind of seeds you've planted and which one have grown, you know, I'll tell you that much. And I hope you're following. I got one call, it's the same one, sorry. I need one more. To that magician card and the like awareness, I can feel this type of like magical type of energy here, but it's different here. It's about actually awareness of you, like your own awareness, knowing that, yeah, just like I said, if you can keep pushing, if you can keep being stronger, part of being stronger is also letting go of the pain and still being okay. If you feel like you got some strength, just like always be aligned in some form. I still have some energy to do better. Well, let me make myself feel better. Let me do better is exactly what I'm seeing here, even to that here power and awareness. And I hope you heard my message. Let me go on as to the stuff that we have to heal. This here's the union of the feminine with herself. It's funny. Did I tell you about this pessimism and like that sadness, the negativity that you have to let go of? If you feel like you have the strength or empowered, always be mindful of cut it off and really like put it somewhere where it's not going to come back to you, you know. This here is a message, people, if you only knew. Some of you feel like really bad that they wasted their lives away, especially when it comes to enjoying their flesh and their bodies and things like that. Some of you, that's exactly the reason why you decided that you're done with your DM. Is the idea that you would see, believe me, your life like literally like fading away right in front of your eyes, and you never really got to experience it. You know, that's when some of you get to be fed up. I can see it here. Yeah, you're tired that your DM would procrastinate, actually, about like, you know, being in that flesh type of relationship with you, which is why you managed to let it go. It's not the best thing to do, but it serves you for now, which is why you're not worried about the Two of Cups or the Six of Cups energy anymore. It's because you're getting used to like a little bit seeing this here being wasted in front of you over somebody, you know, who's taking too long, procrastinating for what, you know. That's what I'm seeing here. Do you see that to that card awareness? Some divine feminines, even to that card alignment, know exactly what's going on in their lives. They're not lying to themselves anymore. That's what's going on. And they're a little bit trapped in that energy, meaning that negative going somewhere within them. You're carrying it with you in some form, you know. Though you're moving on. To that card, entrapment, believe me, is a little bit like free yourself from the negativity within you. Because whether you're in union with yourself or not, there's still some of it inside of you, is what I can see here. I need one more card. Yeah. I'll tell you what else I'm seeing here is a little bit like by your masculine, which I can see there is somebody here for the first time in this card. Because of his decision is a little bit like he's making you a prisoner of his failure, if nothing else, you know. He's making you a prisoner of this situation despite yourself. Well, I'm here to tell you that Spirit is saying to you, just keep on surrendering to the program. You will understand why all of it, you know, happened that way. And I hope you heard me some more. These cards, they go together. It's either the fact that you would focus, you know, your energy onto yourself, your awareness onto you, your energy onto you. It's funny. Believe me, there's something different about the feminine that I cannot even make sense of, but I can see it here. To that card, focus to an awareness, I'm telling you. You know, these cards here for betrayal, you used to know, right? That, you know, your DM did or that to you. For some of you, it's become like the absolute truth, and you're not like closing your eyes when it comes to that anymore. I can see it here. Like I know in which form he has betrayed me. So I'd rather just cut the need to be with him off, you know, and focus on me is what I'm seeing here. And one last card here. It's funny this reading, but Spirit is saying it's the truth. And my last card, manifestation. What's going to manifest? It's that idea of being grounded for a change. DF, sorry, I can see it here. His energy is here, but he's not here. Your energy is not here, but you're definitely here, and I can see that. You're going to see things changing in the way that you love yourself and you love others. This here was like a dream, maybe of a little girl or something, and the Two of Cups and that energy of like nostalgia or being together, it doesn't have the same meaning to you anymore. It's like if it's not real, if it's not true love, let me just be by myself, you know, is what some of you are thinking. And I hope you heard me. This series Spirit saying to me again, this served you, you know, in the meantime, but believe me, you know, to that moon energy, sure, you want to be like in that a little bit like depressed or whatever dark energy, but mind you, even in that world you can glow, or even in that world you can have that goddess type of quality about you, is exactly what I'm seeing. Even when things get dark, there is a way that's godly or like divine feminine would do so. And it's saying to me, deal with your pain or whatsoever in the best way possible, in the most divine way possible. And I hope you heard me with your pain, with that darkness, you know. Yeah. You see that to the goddess of the moon is a little bit like you don't believe it. You think it's just a dream that cannot be obtainable. It's a little bit like you. I don't know if you can follow, but you live during the night and you dream during the daytime, you know. Just because you don't believe anymore that you can have this happy family, well, I'm here to tell you that it's not even just a possibility. This thing is going to manifest if you let it, you know. And it's funny because some of you are ready to cut this thing off, and you're sending all of your energy and your awareness onto yourself, not even worried about your masculine anymore. It's because you're more worried about healing and the people who can help you. And believe me, this like feminine community, we're not joking anymore about this thing, you know. And I don't know how everybody does it, or like each group, but we're really pushing through, and I can see it here. That's what the feminine energy is busy doing, being around like healing energies and focusing her energy onto that, onto her healing. Yeah, because she wants to open the door to personal healing and happiness. Let me say it was personal. Your DM is not included here. DF is done with, like, you know, sharing her heart space with somebody else. She's sending all of that energy onto herself is what's going on here. Onto this journey, mind you. In this card here, she's all by herself. And I hope that you have heard me. Let me go on. What do you need to release? I can literally see it on this, in this picture here. And I can see it here. Lets me know I've not used this deck here. You're new at something. There are things that you're leaving behind, divine feminines, and you're taking like a little with you literally to start this thing. Like, I don't need myself, I mean, much, sorry. It's literally going to be me, myself, and I. Or me, another person, or another one. But let's start small, you know. I'm ready to start small. Most important thing is that I don't carry this thing here with me anymore. I'm fine with the little bits, you know, as long as I don't feel betrayed anymore. It's exactly what I'm seeing here. Let me go on. Yeah, and I can see you here, feminine. I knew it, that you were here somewhere. You're right here. Literally taking this portion of the journey just by yourself and being like, what are you releasing for the moment? You're masculine, to focus on yourself, build yourself up. Some of you from the ground up. And I hope you heard me. Yeah, that idea of being new at it for some of you. I can see it here. Just starting this journey by yourself. I can see it here. Yeah. And putting like a distance between you and your masculine is what's going on. Do you see that idea of being on your way on a journey is very real? This here is the union of the feminine with herself. Like, now you're independent from even the concept of the masculine. And this here is a brand new journey that you've started. I can see it here. Some of you are really releasing their masculines. Working through their fears of even being alone or whatsoever, or loveless. You don't even care about that anymore for some of you, because you know you got yourself. You love yourself, and you're a divine being. You're loved and you're divine. You don't even need, you know, anything. You're taking this journey by yourself. And it says your commitment is being tested. I need to see into this here. I gotta take the cards for what they tell me. This here is your commitment to yourself, people, on this journey here. And I hope that you have heard me. Your commitment to yourself is, or will be. So So you know what's going to happen, some kind of tower moment or whatnot, you know. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I know it. I can see it here. Where you feel wronged and betrayed, like to the maximum, you know, is gonna come to an end. Nothing is yet set in stone. That's for everybody, because I'll tell you something. This here is just a phase, just a journey, you know. Eventually you'll be back or you will reach your destination, you know. But this portion is by yourself, and I hope you heard me. And it's not like an imposed separation this time around. I told you at the beginning, this is the first time for some of you that you really cut yourself from your masculine and see what's like along the way for you without him or her. And that's that. Adjustments are required. I can see them here. If you only knew. This here means everything, people. And I want to sneeze again. Let me tell you how this one here has adjusted, you know, to the situation. She couldn't even see that picture not too long ago. What? A journey? What? By myself? I don't want to go by myself anywhere. Bless me. I want to go with my DM. I want to be with him. I want to be with the in the energy of missing somebody, reminiscing of somebody, whatnot. She's releasing that, people. I can see it here. And she's walking this path by herself, and she's fine with that, is what I can see here. I need one more. And I can even see it to this energy here. It's the truth, people. The feminine is in a good energy, but I'm telling you, we're not going to stay there for a long time. Eventually, we'll come back or reach our destination. And it says, sorry, show the world the real you. And I'll tell you what it is. It's like, you know, the person you could have always been if you weren't worried, you know, about this energy. That's the real you. If you took all of this energy here, Two of Cups, or being with somebody, and put it onto yourself, you would actually see or show people whatsoever the real you. Like, I can be happy by myself. I always told you, is what I can see here. Exactly that balance, spirituality and practicality. Somehow I can see it here. Loving yourself and being divine. So that, people, I need one last card. This is a very particular message, but I like them like that too. And then I'll chat with you guys a little bit. Did not tell you that you cannot hold on to this energy for too long, but forgiving and learning as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. And for now, that love is like directed onto you. I can see it here. Yeah. Some of you, it's the first time that you decide that you want to be in separation with your DM. Your first real separation from him, where you get to experience life, you know, without him, on your way without him, and it's totally fine with you, freed from him. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And this faith thing, it keeps coming back even with that divine energy that I showed you earlier. It's a normal step of the journey. I'm telling you, I don't care where you're going. Where is it? Here. I don't care where you're going, whether you're going to reach your destination And to see that, you see that to that throat chakra that's bothering me as to the stuff that I'm saying to you is the truth. Whether you're going to reach your destination or you're going to come back. Either way, just have faith and do this, for yourself. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. It's not what it is. Do you see these ideas here? Just do this thing for yourself. Disconnect from your DM. Live your life without him so you would know who you truly are. It's exactly what I'm seeing here. Heal from all this negativity and leave it behind. I'll tell you something here that I should not say. But if you're sure that your DM does not want you today, at least live tomorrow for yourself, And that's all I'll say. So that, people, that was my reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I shall see you soon. Bye-bye.